up everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be reacting to a video that some of you have requested I react to, which is the Haters Guide to NASCAR 2024. I'm very excited to get into this video because quite a few of you, whether it be this video or not, a lot of you have requested I react to this channel a bit more. So we're going to react to this video first as it came out about a week ago. I'm very excited to get into it, but before we do that, make sure you subscribe. Over half of you that are watching my videos aren't subscribed, so just hit the bell. It's down there. It takes 2 seconds. Okay, here we go.
Well, that was fast. Another quick off season means another year of us NASCAR fans thanking our lucky stars that we don't have the same schedule as football. They now have to wait 6 months for a return. We only had to wait 3. But it's been a busy few months, full of new acquisitions and new car models. Ooh, that dark horse looks cool. I wonder how they'll adapt it to their paint scheme.
Flap and Blossom, what's that?
With that, let's kick things off with the now 2-time defending champions. How does this keep happening? Not saying they're not championship worthy, but I look back at the past 2 years and I could probably name 3 or 4 teams that have been consistently better. Just goes to show that year-long consistency is inconsequential to the grand prize. Take Joey Logano. Enters Phoenix as far from the headlines as possible, yet still wins it all. Or how about our defending champ Ryan Blaney? Won just 1 race during the regular season and entered the playoffs seated in 12th, series champion. If you turn on the Jets at the right time, anything is possible.
That's
which is
crazy.
why for these two, I'll temper my expectations.
That it's not about
September.
like consistency.
For these guys, it's just time to hit the reset button. For Kyle Larson, it was a missed chance. For William Byron, it was a missing ring. For Chase Elliott, it was a few missed races. And for Alex Bowman, it was just missing. This team isn't going anywhere anytime soon, but that should give them all the more reason to lock back in, because as far as I'm concerned, last year was a bust. For Elliott and Bowman, they just need to win again.
Yeah,
for Byron
it looks
and Larson,
like it.
Get back to the championship.
Always
by
hitting the
any
wall.
means necessary. After last year, this team's kinda all over the place. On paper, they're contenders, favorites even, but in practice, it's just not translating. Denny Hamlin continues to come close to the Holy Grail, but with back-to-back Martinsville playoff exits, it's getting harder and harder to make the case for DH. On the other hand,
Do you guys
Christopher
think
Bell's
he'll actually
back-to-back
win the
championship
championship
4 appearances should be
at some
encouraging,
point?
but once he's on that stage, he finds the lights are brighter than expected.
After watching
With
the
his
Netflix
so-so
series
regular
and
season
then
performances the past few years, he's another one
a
that may
few
have to
NASCAR
wait a while.
videos.
Now, the
Obviously,
namesake
of
may
that,
be a different
Denny
case
Hamlin is
because
not
while
the
he fell
favourite,
short of the postseason,
he's yet to win
still
a
shown a good amount of promise.
championship.
The season
So,
hasn't even
do you guys
started,
think he'll do
and
it?
he's already
I
fighting
want to know
Joey
what you guys
Logano.
think in the comments.
That doesn't say Cup Series contender, then I don't know what does. That being said, he's also been getting testier, more hot-headed, and all I have to say is Ty, tread lightly. You made enough enemies out of the pay-to-play drivers in Martinsville. Now imagine genuine talent, some of the best this country has to offer, all gunning for your head. It's not an enviable situation. Just ask Brad Keselowski. And if Ty keeps the same cavalier attitude he had during his Xfinity championship, we may see new meaning brought to the word consequences. What a damn whirlwind. Like Trackhouse before them, these guys were the ultimate shocker of 2023. It started with a good first half to the regular season, so good that they were both comfortably positioned to make the playoffs weeks in advance. And if that was the end of it, it still would have been a huge leap forward. But then came the true coming out party. Richmond, Michigan, Daytona. 3 wins in 5 weeks for Chris Buescher. And to top it all off, a deep playoff run that no one saw coming. This guy is officially a title threat. And as long as he picks up where he left off, I see no reason why this Texan couldn't prosper and go all the way. As for his boss, BK did pretty good too, but the monkey on his shoulder is getting harder to ignore. He still hasn't won a race as an owner-driver, and while a championship is the ultimate goal, he needs to get back to victory lane first. It's now been almost 3 years since he took his last checkered flag, and now 40 years old and not getting any younger, the clock's ticking louder and louder. At least he has job security, I guess. I want to give the same praise to these guys, but championship contenders? That may be ambitious, which is a shame because I think Tyler Reddick is plenty worthy of copping the cup. Ran well, won some races, made it all the way to the round of 8, and then just stalled out. Like the kid at K1 Speed stuck with the bum cart, he just couldn't keep up. Though given his performances through the rest of the season, I think that has more to do with the car than the driver. If they want a shot at the title, they need to upgrade, and hopefully that shiny new race shop will do just that. To talk about RCR's 2023, we have to split it in 2 parts. There was the first half, a jovial time for both the driver and team that would see redemption in more ways than one. Then there was the second half. Just meh. Don't get me wrong, it was good to see a reinvigorated Kyle Busch, but if the 8 team starts this season like they ended the last, they may be in trouble. The wins were nice, but they ended the season with 6 DNFs and an average finish of 15th, far from championship caliber.
That's
with
terrible.
both Busch's age and disillusionment with the sport growing, their window of contention might be closing faster than they think. And they're certainly not getting any help from the silver spoon. In fact, I'm so confident he's going to have another down year, I won't even waste time talking about him. Thank you, next.
Thank you, next.
This team is like a bloated pufferfish. It just keeps on expanding. From joining MotoGP to forming alliances with Spire and Colleague to signing big sponsors like Busch Beer and Wendy's, the house just keeps on growing. So much so that I think they forgot they're a NASCAR team. I wouldn't go so far as to say that last year was a step back, but it certainly wasn't a step forward. Daniel Suarez went from contender to placeholder alarmingly quick. And while he was the catalyst behind this team's rise, the seat is getting warm underneath him. He might have 2 years left on his contract, but Justin Marks knows what his team is capable of. And when push comes to shove, he can't tolerate any more failure. It would suck for Suarez, but that's racing. He needs to return to his 2022 form because while he struggles, his teammate continues to show the way. 23 wasn't anything spectacular for Ross Chastain, but spectacular is relative. After all, trying to follow up the Hail Melon is like Amy Schumer following up Dave Chappelle, but Ross did his best and still eked out a few victories, including a shocker in the final race that had everyone thinking, why couldn't he do that a year ago? Still, it was a much-needed momentum boost for a team facing some serious question marks. And now armed with the best sponsor in racing and a continuously growing fan base, Ross is winning over more hearts than races, though it would probably help if he won
he's
some more
my
races
favorite
as well.
Can't lie. I have
For
a
every
favorite
team
now, and
I've
it's
mentioned
Ross
thus far,
Chastain.
there's been at least some shred of optimism. This will not be the case for SHR. They damn near single-handedly broke Kevin Harvick's back last year with the carry job they forced him into. And now he's gone, leaving, well, what else is there? Chase Briscoe could make a splash, provided he avoids getting any more landmark-level penalties. And Ryan Preece could be better in his second year, but that bar's pretty damn low to begin with. Josh Berry's proven himself to be a superstar talent in the Xfinity Series, but in his limited starts so far, those skills have not translated to the Cup level. If you take last year at face value, Legacy did not leave much of a legacy. Instead, they left much to be desired, but while they struggled to get results on the track, they've been making some big moves off of it. In addition to the 14 combined championships of Richard Petty and Jimmy Johnson, they'll be adding one more by bringing in Matt Kenseth as a competition advisor. And they've also found a permanent replacement for the 42, one of the hottest Xfinity drivers from last year, John Hunter Nemechek, who's also bringing along his manufacturer, creating two unholy sights that we never thought we'd see. Richard Petty's 43 and Jimmy Johnson driving Toyotas. Whew. Add to that a litany of new sponsors, and you have yourself an almost brand spanking new race team. You'll have a complete field for the 2024 NASCAR Cup Series.
Nice.
And as for the playoffs, I won't lie, I'm a bit stumped. Last year when I predicted who would make the postseason, I painstakingly dissected the entire schedule race by race to determine who would have the best shot. And you see what good that did me. So this year I'm taking a different approach, throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. Let's do this. Like last year, I have Larson and Byron getting in handedly, and in a complete turnaround from last year, I have Elliott completing the comeback and getting in as well. Then we have the whole Gibbs brigade, Hamlin, Truex, Bell, and while I dread the day this happens, I do think this is the year that Ty Gibbs picks up win number 1.
Ooh,
Next, we have
okay.
the defending champ, Ryan Blaney, and the defending champ, Joey Logano, and then the RFK duo, who hopefully will both find victory this season. With their late surge of momentum last year, I don't see why Reddick, Bubba, or Ross will be slowing anytime soon. And filling out the final 2 spots are you ready? Chase Briscoe and Josh Berry. There you have it, my picks for the 2024 NASCAR playoffs. Racing gods, have at me.
That was the end of that video. I did enjoy it. I obviously have only seen the first race, and I know of like the drivers that were in the Netflix series, but all the other drivers he was naming, I don't know who you're talking about. It was good to watch the video, give me more of an insight, and then giving his predictions. I'm like, oh, okay. It'll be interesting to see if he was on the mark with those predictions or not. I would give my predictions, but like I said, I've only seen one race, and I only know like half of the drivers on the grid, so it would be a bit difficult for me to give my prediction. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next race. I've got a load of NASCAR videos to react to, so they are coming out. If you've put a comment on one of my videos, I have seen it, don't worry. I have a huge list of videos that I'm getting through. If you have any more that you would like me to react to, drop them in the comments and I will add it to the giant list. If you have any other videos as well that aren't NASCAR that you want me to react to, do drop them, because I'm gonna do some like other videos as well. I'm not just gonna do NASCAR videos. But yeah, I did enjoy that video. If you want to see more videos like this, do subscribe, hit the like button. If you wanted to check out any of my other socials, they are all linked down below. But I hope you enjoyed today's reaction, and I will see you next time for the next one. Bye.